This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hey everybody, it's your pal Steve. Before we get this episode started, I've got to do a little sponsor spot. And, you know, we do these every once in a while, but I think it should be known that the reason why we do these is because it helps us keep the podcast going. Our sponsor for this week is Warby Parker. A lot of people out there need glasses. Maybe you just need reading glasses. Maybe you are like me and you cannot see without glasses. And Warby Parker is just a damn treat because it's just so convenient and it's so awesome. And the choices they have are really, really cool. Head on over to warbyparker.com/banter and you can get a free home try-on set, which is 5 frames. They just send them to you, you try them on, whichever one you like, you choose that one, put your RX in there, and boom. The experience is completely risk-free, and there's free shipping all around. So, go to warbyparker.com/banter, get your free shipping, get your free 5 pairs of frames, so you can check them out on your face, see how they look, and that's it, guys. Thanks to Warby Parker, and on with the show. Oh shit, guys! Oh shit!
It's so loud.
Guys, it's Dynamic Banter. Welcome to Dynamic Banter.
I feel like you're in my body. It's too loud.
Welcome to the show. I'm happy because Mike Falzone's back.
It's good to be back.
I missed you, dude.
You
I
did a
feel
great
like-
job without me.
Thank you. I think the episode without you is now the best.
I didn't listen to the whole episode out of spite, but I do think you did a great job for the part that I did listen to.
I understand that.
First 5 men.
I understand.
Yeah.
Delman is a national treasure.
Yeah, he is.
That boy is so fucking bizarre.
Yes. Yeah.
His life is insanely interesting.
Yeah.
He's so interesting.
Plays the bagpipes.
Drove a limo around in high school.
Yeah.
No, I get it. No.
Elliot has.
Well, don't
No,
say
I-
that. Yeah,
I-
we haven't said who he's here.
I'll say who. All right.
I
Andrew
don't
Delman
think
back
this-
in the studio.
that's what it is.
No, I get it. No, you.
Oh my god, that's so good. Nah. I get
No,
it.
yeah, no.
But the first
It
time I
started-
got the bagpipes, I was like,
It's like, you know,
No,
you play the
I
bagpipes.
did. Well, you see, no, he goes out with this.
no. But like, no. The thing is like
So Lee's my girlfriend.
Lee Nitton.
Lee. It does say.
Why does he say it like that?
Lee. He says Newton.
Newton.
Lee Newton.
We have a guest on the podcast. Like last fucking week,
Yeah. You're so upset about it,
I'm
man.
a little upset about it.
Why is that, do you
Well,
think?
let's talk about it in a second. Because the last episode did not feature you.
Uh-huh. That's okay.
And so we scrambled to replace you.
Yeah.
And we suggested Andrew Dillon. But actually, let's be transparent about what we were going to do.
How transparent do you want to get? Because I can even say something even further beyond what you're about to say.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to say is let's get transparent here.
Okay.
It's a new segment. Let's get transparent. Oh my god. Dude,
Worst segment so far.
Okay, so the bit is transparent. So
I couldn't tell exactly what that was. Can I get a little bit more? Okay, got it.
we had our episode where we went batshit bonkers with the fucking audio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we talked about how fun it would be to have Delman come on.
Yes.
The next episode as our audio guy.
Yes. Why didn't that happen? Do you think?
Because you left. You went to Connecticut.
That was the substitution for me going away was Delman coming on as the audio technician.
No, it was going to be us interviewing the audio guy. That was my perception of it.
Okay.
My perception was it was going to be, welcome to Dynamic Banter. We have our first ever guest.
Yeah.
The audio guy from the last episode.
Why would that change if I wasn't here?
Because
you could have done that.
Well, but why did we decide not? So hang on. There was a reason why I decided not to do it.
Because you forgot?
No. I wanted to do that, but I wanted you here for that.
I
wanted you here for that, and then you were like, I was like, can you be on Skype tonight? And then you said you could make it happen, but you were like busy.
Yes.
So I felt like it would be better to just not bother.
I thought you were going to do it.
I didn't want to do a whole episode with just me and the audio guy from the last episode.
I get it.
Because then it wouldn't have been talking to Andrew Delman, who's the most interesting motherfucking guy on the planet.
He's very interesting.
And if he was subjected to one character...
Elliot looks like he wants to say something.
Have we started the podcast?
Yes, it's been going. We're 5 minutes in.
And are you guys still? I zoned out because I was looking at these posters. But
we haven't introduced you yet, so you shouldn't be talking.
But you're still talking about last week's podcast?
Yeah.
Yes. If you guys were here, you'd see Elliot just checked his watch.
I'd like to
great
introduce
comedic timing.
I'd like to introduce the audio guy.
Hey everybody, my name's Tate.
So you thought? What was your thought about it?
We're still gonna. I thought that I was gonna go home and you were gonna introduce Andrew as the audio guy.
Oh, you thought I was gonna do a whole episode with
Absolutely.
Him. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that would have been great.
Okay. Well, we'll never know.
But it's good to be back. It is good to be back.
So we had our first ever guest host.
Yeah.
Last week, and we also had our first ever guest.
Yeah.
Which was Bree.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about not talking to Bree more on the podcast.
Okay.
Because it turned into how fucking interesting Delman is.
Do you want to have her? Do you want to call her now?
No, because that's she's busy and it's ridiculous.
Okay. I'll wait. I got nothing.
Because we have a guest.
Yeah. We
currently have a guest, and it's also the second time we've ever had a guest.
You haven't ruled out. He's just at the table. We don't have to talk to him.
Oh, that you know for sure, yeah.
Yeah, but you could have told me that before I set up all his shit.
I just told you now.
But we are recording, and I set up all of that.
What I'm saying to you right now is that I'm still totally prepared to not acknowledge that he's here.
You're doing whisper hand to me, and he can hear everything we're saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can hear it. That's fine. You don't have to
Mayday.
acknowledge me. I'm just gonna sit here.
I'm gonna bail out because turns out he can hear everything.
No,
am I killing your bit if I introduce
you're right.
Elliot?
No,
you're right.
I don't have a.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a.
Did a good Delman impression earlier, but not. You don't have to. I mean,
well, you're doing a good Elliot impression right now.
I've been doing it for 29 years.
Oh, there it is. There's that Larry King sense of humor. Our guest is Elliot Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we've never
from the Shooting Stars podcast with Lee Newton.
Okay, I didn't ask you to plug your show.
Why'd you say thank you when he said your name like that?
Well, he said thank you and then proceeded to plug his podcast.
Huh. Why can't you just be present?
I thought you'd called me Elliot like twice. So
yeah, but like I didn't say your last name yet. Do you understand?
You could be any Elliot.
What was I watching?
When you introduce someone on a show, you don't say, and James is here. When Leno had Seth Rogen on. All right, everybody. Hey, here is Seth.
Almost forgot about Seth is here.
Seth's here tonight, guys. Seth's here, also James. And We got a great show tonight.
Wait, James, tell me about that podcast you got.
Next week we got Jennifer. You gotta do the last name, or no one's gonna know who you're talking about.
And Cher.
Three
And then there's
Jennifers. Well, Cher would be fine. So like one Cher.
Are you comparing yourself to Cher?
But if he did all and then he threw in an actual one,
I'm
name,
just saying.
And then there was like spattered applause, and then they.
If you throw out a name like Kathy, I've got 3 actresses pop up. That's what I'm saying.
Name 3 Kathys right now.
Kathy Griffin,
1.
Catherine O'Hara,
Kathy. No,
You know,
Hera.
Kathy O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara,
Yeah.
and Kathleen Turner.
Okay. Kathy Ireland.
Kathy Ireland, yeah. Kathy Crawford.
The beautiful.
Uh,
Kathy Crawford.
That's why I like that Gregory character I have. Because I like that he has a last name,
Never
but he
gets to
doesn't
it.
say it. I think that's the funniest joke. I came up with that joke a long time ago. Like, imagine at the Academy Awards. And reading for the next award is Robert.
Verbally setting up the last
Yeah,
name.
but the last name is not said. And here comes Michael,
Star of stage and screen.
star of stage and screen, Catherine.
I believe she was just on Leno the other day.
James. It's the best. Mike, what were you doing away from here?
Had 3 stand-up shows, right?
Yeah.
And then I went home for about 10 days.
You go home a lot, man.
It would seem that way.
I guess it's not a bad thing, but
No,
like
it's
I'm
not.
selfish, man. It means less Mike Falzone.
Yeah, but think about how my dad thinks. If you
I
think
know
that
your
way.
dad probably likes you more than me.
My dad has the least amount of Mike Falzone in his life.
You know, I'd
Plenty of
really like
people
to
who have
talk.
a lot less Mike Falzone.
I want to talk more
Most people
about.
have a lot.
You just fucking cited me.
Mike.
I want to talk
I'm just
more.
mathematically like, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's people who see less of you than you're.
I want to continue this discussion about
It's fun.
Mike,
But I did the math. You gotta look at it the right way.
I want to talk more about Mike.
What? I don't want that.
But we have a guest, so we can't.
Yeah, we
Like,
have
because
to.
you're here, Elliot, I can't talk more about Mike being gone and how much I miss it. And we'd probably have a whole fun little bit about it. And the whole podcast would be different.
I'm seeing Mike for the first time too since he's been gone.
Yeah, but like do that on your own time, Elliot.
He has a good point.
This is my time for me and Mike.
Oh, I get what you're saying. That's true. I was just saying I could still engage because I'm aware of the feelings that you went through. I imagine.
Okay, well,
He
I
can
appreciate
identify
that.
with what you're feeling.
I appreciate
And I can
you
validate
trying
it.
to make good content out of this podcast.
Absolutely, man. You know, being like in the internet world. Sorry, I don't know where that was going, but I didn't like it. So.
You have nowhere
No.
else. You're stopping?
I was trying to be like the YouTuber who does like the deep thing, you know, like
Yeah.
Cameron Dallas when he was like, "Jared, like we're gonna do it for the kid."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the last thing you did for the kids?
Is that an Elliot question? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
What are you up to?
You
mate?
donate stuff?
I had a kid for a while, you know.
You had a
one of
kid?
those one of those little kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you were paying for a kid?
Yeah.
What happened to that? It fall off.
Why'd you stop?
You get bored of the kid? You figure he's doing all right.
You thought you gave him enough, or figured, yeah,
What is that?
he
What?
didn't need any more. up, man?
It's good.
What?
It's good.
What was going through your head when you stopped? We can talk about something else. If you want. Elliot, if you'd prefer, we can move on.
If you don't want to talk about why you stopped,
I'm curious, but
it was a switcheroo, and the kid. There's a switcher. The kid.
you don't have to explain yourself.
They went to. I guess sometimes they switch the kids around. I don't know. Sometimes a kid goes to a school, gets adopted, and then I don't know.
And then they're good. Is that what you're saying? Once they get adopted, they're out of your hands.
Oh, then they give you a new kid. You get a new kid after that.
There's like a point where they stop giving you the kid.
After about 8 kids. Yeah.
So you didn't like the next one?
I didn't like. Yeah, no, the 7th one I didn't like. No, but they. I don't remember.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
I think it's still happening. Actually, I think it's just not. It's in a different.
It's a service that exists still, but still going strong. You're just
people
not- yeah,
do
people-
it. Like
better.
there wasn't a nationwide barring.
It wasn't
on-
all on you. Is what you're saying.
You weren't the one person donating to orphans.
You weren't though.
Boy.
You need to get that.
How you doing, Elliot?
Pretty good.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a microphone there. You should
Oh my, sorry.
please get a little closer to it.
My apologies.
I just want everyone to hear your voice, because not only is it pleasant.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Elliot,
Yep.
what do you think this podcast will do for the rest of your career?
You know, you don't want to say that it's going to be a big thing. You know, you never want to. You never want that pressure.
Right.
But I think a lot.
You feel it?
But all I can do is hope.
That's all we got.
What is it?
Cool.
Okay, what is the song though? What is it?
Is it like 12 hours of playing mandolin violin?
6 hours. 6-hour instrumental guitar music. It's 6 hours of this. You hear that, Brooke? You hear the Brooke, Elliot?
Yeah. That's nice.
That's my favorite part is the bro.
Fuck. It's good to have you back, Mike.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Mike, you know what I want to hear?
What's that?
I want to hear the story of when you and Elliot first met.
I don't know that story.
You don't?
When did we first meet? Was it doing Source? I remember going into SourceFed to do something with Lee and Joe, and I remember wanting to see you, but you weren't around. Or you
Yeah.
made yourself.
What made you want to see him?
I thought he was funny. I was like, that tall girl on SourceFed is very funny, and I want to meet her. And
Did you think that a relationship could conspire?
like a friendship?
Well,
Any kind is fine.
I wasn't expecting. I wanted one with Lee and Joe.
Yeah.
so Elliot was just a bonus.
I remember Elliot would also be there, and it would be cool to also see if he was there, too. But I wanted to be friends with Lee and Joe.
And is it still that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now
it's
Elliot's
still-
always like around.
Elliot's the one that has more free time than Joe and Lee.
You know how when they say
I
it's like
think
shoot
can-
for the moon and you'll be among the stars or whatever?
Yeah.
Like if Joe and Lee were the moon, I hang out with Elliot now.
That stars are far more powerful.
Elliot's the star.
Stars are in.
Well, they're
same
all
galaxy,
dead.
huh?
They're all dead.
Who's always around.
They're dead. When you see a star, it's dead.
You know what's
Beautiful
funny about
burst
that?
of light.
Usually on the inside, if you get to the inside, it's been dead
It's
for
been
years.
dead for years.
Stars help guide sailors.
So
They're
you'll be
dead.
among the stars, they say.
We're actually just seeing we're the real slow ones.
I actually,
We're seeing they're seeing the star still alive technically,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
Alright.
we're we're not in, because it's dead already.
Can we talk about the dynamic that me and Elliot have as friends? When you see me and Elliot walking down the street together, do you think anything?
I think it's a very strange group of people. It's a strange duo.
We've said it for years that other people must think it's the weirdest.
It's-
We try not to
it's
be
like-
like branded together stand up wise.
Yeah.
Just because we want to be our own
Separate
people.
people.
You guys look
And-
like when you're walking down the street, you look like the real life version of the Pineapple Express adventure is.
I like that.
'Cause
I
you
think
guys-
it looks like we would actively not try to hang out with people who look like the other one.
You guys just look like together you're going somewhere more public to make your Craigslist deal.
Yeah.
Like I'm always selling Elliot a couch.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the only way you would ever walk together.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys look
so-
like you're two people that weren't hanging out that are suddenly now on the same plane.
And all you're doing is saying,
Is
oh.
You're
hey,
just seeing those two guys for that moment walking together. But then if you look away, they're
They chance
clearly
shall
not.
ever talk.
Yeah. They're clearly not together
Yeah.
once you look back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Now we get it.
But you guys are good friends.
Well,
You're
yes.
close.
Yeah,
You're very
yeah,
close.
yeah, yeah.
Close
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
We
You shared a marriage bed.
What? You know what my new thing is? If I hear something that I'm like, what? I'm not going to play along with it.
Wait, what are you going to do?
I'm going to ask about it. I'm not just going to, just because something sounds good, I'm not going to say.
You're going to do that to anybody or
Every-
just someone
any
who
and
didn't do a
everybody.
funny one?
sounds so
anyone
bad.
and everybody.
Even
So
if it's
mean.
a funny one?
I do it all the time. So
That's-
I would expect people do it to
But
do it to
it's
me.
That's like the opposite of yes and.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll turn it off.
It's like
from
the
time to time.
worst yes and.
Never mind. I'll take it back.
It's cruel.
Because now Elliot thinks I'm a jerk now.
Yeah,
Well-
now. Yeah.
After all that.
Yeah. Turning point.
Do you so then you guys you're saying that the first time you met was because you were hanging out with Joe and Lee.
I think so. Did we meet before that?
I don't think we ever met. When was that? Was that at SourceFed?
Years ago.
In the building?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I thought we first actually met when we did the podcast together.
My podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
What?
I don't
Really?
know how I got invited
How
to
would you
SourceFed
meet
the first
someone like that? Like you just you have someone over you've never met before to
time. Yeah, I've done
record
that.
a podcast?
I've done that to many people. Dana
Interesting.
Moon, who is now a friend of mine.
I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
It is kind of, yeah. But, you
Well,
know.
unless it was
You
like
just do it, you
unless
know?
it was for like a show or something.
Well, that's a podcast. Is
But what I'm saying
essentially-
is like for like a YouTube show that like you're like obligated to do or something, or like it's a job.
oh,
You
you,
know
don't
what I
want
mean?
to take a chance
Like
on
I
on
could do
friendship
it as a job
unless you're getting paid.
I have too many friends. But
See,
I
that's
really
the
do.
thing. All you grew up out here, so all of
I
your
did.
friends are on this side of the country.
That's true.
I
yeah.
came over here and I left everyone that I loved.
Oh,
so
so you
I'm
were
more
like-
apt to
Yeah.
take on
I get that.
new friends and
That-
have
that's
new
cool.
experiences. It is
Similarly, I grew up in Florida and didn't have any friends out
Even
there.
there.
And
So it
moved
was
out
very
here,
similar.
left behind basically,
Nothing.
4 or 5, and then
try it here,
and then I
and then
tried
it
it
doesn't
here.
didn't work out.
And then now I still don't. It's kind of like it's fine. It's not a bad thing necessarily. Sometimes you
You were saying about your friends? About your friends in Florida.
Ellie, do you remember the first time that you met Mike?
Elliot, why'd you stop with paying the kid?
Like, really,
You
why?
paid the kid?
Why did you stop paying the orphan?
Do you remember what it felt like when it stopped coming in the mail? Did you just not think about it ever again when you said no? So you didn't even miss it when you were looking at the mail a couple weeks later? You were like, oh, where is he? You didn't think that at all?
Where is he? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Do you remember first meeting Mike Felzo? Do you remember what that was like?
yeah, I thought he was awesome. We had a great time. We were
Do you have a
connected.
story, or it just happened?
Sat down right in his living room, and it was right under his coffee
Oh, so that
table.
was the first time you guys met.
That's
the podcast.
I think that was the first time we met. Yeah.
That is kind of a weird first time to meet. What did we even talk about? How'd you get started on YouTube? That kind of.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I don't remember.
Can I just say I'm like slightly offended right now?
Why is that?
Because you never invited me to be on your show podcast to meet me.
That's incorrect. It wasn't the first time. I've asked you to be on my podcast before,
I think you have asked me to be on your podcast before,
but not to meet you for the
But like
first time.
to meet me, you didn't ask me to be on your podcast.
How did we meet for the first time? Do you remember? See, you don't remember.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes,
care.
I do. I do actually. I think it was
I'm talking about.
with Megan Tonjes.
Okay.
I think it might have been like a VidCon or like a Streamies, maybe, or maybe like a YouTube Space thing.
Never been to a Streamies.
So maybe like a YouTube Space thing.
Don't bring up the street. He hates when people bring up this because he's
Never been. Not to one of them.
He doesn't. He has a real hard time with that.
Owen Wilson says, I hate the Streamies.
He's got a real hard time.
Peter Gilroy's here.
Hey guys, I'm Peter Gilroy.
Peter, is that Peter Gilroy before he dies?
That's the last thing he says.
Those are his last words.
He starts a YouTube video.
What do
That's the
you
last
think
thing
your
he does.
last words will be? I really do think we met with Megan. I
Okay.
think either that or it can't have been the game show, right?
It can't have been.
It can't have been because I think that's where I met Ava.
I invited you both to do that
Yeah.
thing.
So
We probably met each
we
other
had to
before
have.
that.
It must have been like SourceFed thing.
Neither of these stories.
Wow, it's so uneventful, right?
Yeah.
It's not even a good story.
No.
I wish we had a good we have a podcast together, man.
Yeah, a couple of them.
A couple of podcasts.
Yeah.
And we don't have a good story when we met.
Do we need that?
I'd like it.
It wouldn't hurt.
Should we make up one so that we can tell it in the
No,
future?
It's already out there.
Well, not technically.
Man, don't leave me in the block, Mike.
Dude. Oh, I do hate that guy. Like, legitimately.
Yeah. Right?
I don't mean to
Yeah.
leave you in the muck.
Can you do it again, Steve? It's like a...
What are you talking about, Elliot?
What if we had Delman on as the sound guy?
For the next episode?
Yeah. Regardless of who's here.
I'm beginning to think you don't like being alone on this podcast with me, Mike.
Now it's turning into some weird energy related thing. I don't like that. I don't like where it's going.
What did you think it was before?
I don't know, man.
If it
I
now
liked,
is
I liked
energy
not
related.
knowing what it was. And now that I have an inkling, I'm like, I'm over it. I could do it with way
What
less
if
of
you're
that.
incorrect?
Then I'm back on board. I don't know what you
All
want me
right.
to say.
Well, I'm in control of it, so
We're
I'll
going to
make a
have to
decision.
make up a better origin story if we're going to impress people.
I don't think we should.
All right.
You guys have a great one.
I'm going to make up a different story.
I'm jealous of your guys' meeting story.
What, a podcast?
Yeah, because at least it's interesting.
Is it?
It was a podcast, and it was the first time you met.
That's not blind podcast.
It was a blind podcast.
Sure. I recognized Elliot from his Nickelodeon days, and I was like, I got to
Being
get
a
that
dancing,
guy
an
on.
awkward dancing white kid.
Yeah. And I was like, I need him on for the nostalgia factor. I want to grab that audience. Hashtag nostalgia or something like that. And then I would get them. The traffic. And the clicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys ever heard this one?
You've got your sunrise, you caught a prize, you're making your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites, your friends and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails, your kids and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights, your girl and your Johnson.
What's this
You and your
about?
Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
What's that about?
That was a commercial
For what?
for boats. A brand of boat called Johnson.
At what point in our nation's history were boats advertised
On
via
TV.
jingle?
Right? Like, run out to the store and get it.
Yeah, like the same way like hot chocolate
This
is
is a great
advertised.
gift for Christmas for Dad.
Yeah, either
A boat.
right. You guys like paper towels or boats?
What time of day do you think that commercial appeared? During the day when moms are home? Watching the kid?
Yeah,
They're advertising it to moms.
you and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson.
Right?
Elliot's not amused by that.
No.
No, it's low
That's a little too low for you.
and
huh?
it's blue.
And you don't appreciate that kind of
And
stuff.
I do not appreciate that.
Well, it's a little blue.
No.
But I wouldn't say it's
No,
inappropriate to say it like a recital or something.
It is out of the question.
You really think that's out of the question?
It is a slap in the face.
I will say that it's crass.
It's crass, it is blue, and it is vile.
I don't think it's blue.
Do you think it's damaging?
I
to
think
those
it's
who hear it?
damaging to the innocent people that listen
Do you think it does
to
anything?
your words
Does it do anything to your
on
brand?
this. What is this podcast?
It doesn't damage your brand, does it?
Okay.
Did you ever be in a boat commercial?
Okay, that's how it's okay.
I just,
Okay.
Question.
I just,
I
you
can
know,
picture you in a boat commercial.
Okay.
I just didn't think it was like that. I mean, it's not blue.
Good day.
What you know? What's blue?
day.
Like being like
He's
saying
leaving.
the F, saying F.
I am
saying
leaving.
fuck.
Could you-
That's blue.
What would keep you on the show
That-
right now? You, Elliot, and your Johnson, and me and Steve in the podcast.
We are being.
You know how we do a lot of stand-up shows together? Give me some.
Caught a prize, you're making your Johnson.
Okay. That is enough.
You know how we do a lot of shows together? We ever do a show, and then when we get off stage, you're like, I'm so much better than Mike.
That is vile.
Have you ever said that one time? Tucson Comedy Festival. You get off stage after doing real good, and you're like, yes, at least I'm better than Mike.
You know,
Did you hear my mantra?
I don't think he has ever thought that after a show,
Before, though?
but he might have thought it before.
After the show, never. But his ego bounces.
It goes yeah,
Right back.
It's never the same.
I don't think I've legitimately ever thought that.
I don't think
Yeah,
you have
you
either.
have.
I just thought,
Not in a I think you're better either.
But you've surely heard a joke and gone,
what about all those times when,
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's
yeah.
a real late show in West Hollywood, and you're like, God, he's killing it up there. And, like, I hear you say it, and you don't know that I hear you say it, but I come outside and you're like talking to some of the other comics and you're like, he's so fucking stacking breaks. Remember your words? You were like, he's stacking breaks. What does that? What does that
What
mean?
is stacking breaks?
It's just when you get
This
like
is-
applause
this
break
is
after
slander.
applause break after applause break. It's like you stack them up after a while. It's like hang gliding.
But like, there's no way to like actually do that. It just happens.
Can I tell you what that story is? Do you know? Have you talked about that? Mike, after we've been doing open mics for a while and we started doing shows, he started using the phrase stacking breaks.
Stacking breaks.
And I let him do it for like 6 weeks. And then
didn't
one
say
day I was
anything.
like, why do you say that? And he goes, I stacking breaks. And I was like, that's not a thing. And ever since then, I've hated it. And now he's trying to attribute it to me, which is not
Why are you
how
doing
it
that,
went
Mike?
down.
Well, I'm twofold. I'm saying it on a podcast so it becomes a thing now. So
You're
now
trying to
people are
make it
gonna-
into a thing.
Yeah, hashtag stacking breaks. Like we do it. You tell the other comedians that I do it,
So like,
and
okay,
everybody
but
in the
like,
community talks about it.
but it's like a brag thing. Like I was stacking breaks.
Yeah,
last
usually
night.
you don't say it about, like, I would never say it about myself, but when Elliot says it about me to the other comedians and I hear him, I get to tell the story on the podcast.
See, again, this is a fabrication. He talks about
Oh,
stacking
that's
breaks
the point
all
of
the time.
contention there.
Yeah.
He thinks that you said to someone that he was stacking breaks.
There's a reversal of the. Yeah,
I can call
when-
any number of comedians right now on my phone and say, does Elliot come up to you when I'm on the stage and talk about the breaks that he's stacking? And every one of them would agree with me.
Really?
I've heard him say it. This guy, look at him up there. He's stacking breaks. Here he comes.
It's never
That's when I
happened.
come off
it's
the
never
stage.
happened. I don't believe it's ever happened.
There was one time,
But it is a
collab-
way to like brag about it. That's what it is. It's like you're bragging about how well you did. I was stacking breaks. man.
Stacking, yeah. And right now, admittedly so, I'm the only person that says it.
It's kind of cool.
Thank you.
I actually kind of like it.
Seems like
Yeah, but the
I
thing
don't
is, he
wanna-
didn't present it like I'm trying to get it going.
He
If
lied
you
about
know-
an interaction.
Right. If you know going into it that you're being proposed this new phrase, you might be able to objectively decide what you want to do, but he doesn't give you that option.
it's called an
Instead,
organic integration.
It's called. He's being subversive with it and trying to use it in the like imply that it's in the zeitgeist, which makes the listener feel bad about what they do or don't know. It makes them think they're either in or out.
So you've
it's a
heard
horrendous thing to do to somebody.
Dude,
You've
you're
heard
making a
Mike.
bunch of good points right now. I bet you're stacking breaks with this podcast
See,
on here.
see
stacking-
again.
What were you going to say,
again.
Steve?
Well, I was thinking that
So I lost it.
you are thinking that he just uses this term forcefully around you.
Mm-hmm.
So give me an instance of when you've heard him use it where you were unhappy about it.
Oh, anytime he's used it, I was unhappy about it.
When was the last time you heard him use it?
Probably
and
last
in which
time I-
way was it?
Last time I stacked a couple breaks, probably, realistically.
That's no, what it is probably was in a second degree way talking again about the phrase stacking the breaks and how he can't.
One on top of the other.
So you're saying the last time you heard him talking about stacking breaks,
He was
he was
talking
explaining
about,
stacking breaks.
Exactly.
After I did it, probably.
Have you ever heard him use it like without explaining what it is?
I've heard him say stacking to someone else, and he got as far as stacking before I was gone because
So he might have.
I knew it was coming.
Was it possible he didn't say breaks?
What else begins with stack? Name
Well,
one
I mean,
thing.
you
one
could,
thing.
You could.
He's got a good point. Just
Well,
stacking
stacking
that's
breaks. If stacking breaks was used in the '80s, now it would be called stacking. Joe was stacking, dude.
Huh.
And then, like, you'd be a hipster by saying he's stacking breaks. People be like, "Oh shit, he said stacking breaks."
And they would
No,
say,
that
it's
you-
like when
you
people
stacked
are
tonight?
like, "Yeah." It's like when you hear someone now use rad.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh shit, that's cool. Fuck,
Yeah.
I want to use rad too because
A
that's
word
cool."
like rad would stack in the clubs.
You got to stack in the clubs too.
It would stack in the clubs.
Did I say stack in the
using
clubs
a word
earlier?
like that?
Oh my god, you just evolved it.
Yeah, well, it sounds like
last
something
night-
that maybe you'd want to be a part. If you were to do stand up tomorrow,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to come off that stage and be like, "Fucking stack tonight"?
Yeah, I stacked.
See this?
But also, you
I don't
could,
know that sounds good to
You know
the
what
fresh
else is cool, though?
ear. I don't know if that sounds like a positive thing.
Sounds cool to me.
You could then turn it into something cool that happened to you perhaps during the day.
Okay.
You could say like,
Anyone could use it.
guys, I got a promotion. I'm stacked.
Boom. Stacking money at that point.
Last night, me and Clarissa
Clarissa was the
Stacked.
first name you went to.
Stacked. You don't know Clarissa? Let's talk about it. You really do think it's energy based? You think it's an energy thing now?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it represents your nervousness. Boom. Stackin breaks.
I mean, he did.
You hate it
That's
so
the name
much.
of this episode for sure.
Stackin
Stackin
breaks.
breaks.
Okay, good. Then we can retire it after
It's
this.
fine if it becomes a thing. Just I think people should know. Now that people know that it's a thing, yeah, I'm all
You
right.
hate it so-
Oh,
I'm
now that
down
it's
for
cool,
movement.
Elliot's okay with it.
No, now that I'm
one
okay
person
with it,
on the
it's-
outside.
Well, it's because you
it's
know it's
cool.
gonna catch on now, so you don't want to be that guy that's like, I don't like using Stackin bricks.
I just
You know
don't
what I
wanna be-
never liked? I never liked Hella.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I was about
Ever.
Hella was bad,
Ever.
yeah.
I ever, never. I never used it.
Me neither. Came out of nowhere.
Where
Weird.
did Hella come from? That
I
one
think it came from
episode?
South Park.
That one episode of South
I
Park?
really do.
Wow. Good for them.
Do you use like?
What?
Owen said North California, they say it.
North California.
You travel up the 199 up there to North California?
I was born and raised North California. Where you from, man? You from around here? I'm from North California.
What's that accent? I can't place it.
Down here, I'm sorry, sir. What is the abbreviation NC, really quick?
North Carolina, I think.
That's
you're
North
thinking of.
Carolina?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that, No, it's North California. When I send letters,
Like
I
where
put-
you like where they say hella. You're thinking about that part.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I won't
Oh,
try to make up
don't
things
do
anymore.
that. Don't do
Elliot.
that. Don't do
No,
that to
I'm
me.
so sorry. That's
Don't
so
fucking
rude.
do that to
I was
me,
so
man.
rude.
I thought.
Did
No.
you
correct
see
me
what
if
he
I'm wrong.
did?
Correct me if I'm
Did you
wrong.
see what he
I
did?
thought we were just friends, kind of hanging out. I thought that was the first thing you said.
My dog. I was just.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
guys, we gotta wrap it up.
So, no.
God.
We have plenty of time. That's
No,
the
it's
thing.
so
I
good
looked at my
to-
watch. We're good. I'm
Oh,
good.
we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't. I was just saying.
You're doing the you're worried it might be too late.
Right, but it's not.
How
I'm
soon
good.
after Elliot gets a legitimate TV show does he do that to us, even when we're not
God,
recording
You're
podcasts?
right, man. He's testing it out right now.
Yeah.
No.
Can I get out of this by doing this with these guys? Can I get out of lunch by doing this with these
Man,
guys?
Elliot, don't do that when you.
Can I get out of
Dude, okay,
casual
real fast.
conversation?
You're joking right now, but don't think twice. You should see that like immediately. That is exactly what it's about. What are you making? Is that the joke you're making? Did you see Don't Think Twice? Shit, are you really talking about Don't Think Twice? What are we doing here? I don't get it.
Elliot,
Were you doing that? Was that the bit? All right. I don't think I've ever wanted anything deleted off of the internet more than me not getting.
That's not gonna happen.
no. We're in
No,
deep
yeah,
now.
definitely. But like, are you for real? Like, I didn't catch that you were talking about them. Did you see them? No, you just knew what it was. I get it. You probably were talking about. Okay, is that what it is? All right.
I'd like to know what's happening.
I don't know what you're talking about specifically.
Were you guys not talking about the Birbiglia's new movie?
No.
No.
Are you plugging somebody else's
Yeah.
movie right now? You have points on the back end.
What's going on, Elliot?
He's gonna look at his watch again.
Are you being loco?
Oh, that felt different.
I know.
That would not
Go
be-
back to the other one.
Whose nervousness is it now?
I don't know. Now I don't know what it is.
Because that wasn't me controlling that just a second ago. For the podcast audience. Can you guess who it was?
If my guess, yeah. See, thumbs off. What were you saying about?
We were
somebody
talking
else's?
about how if you became a celebrity, you would do stuff like the old look at the watch routine.
Yeah.
Which for the podcast listeners is what Elliot did when we started the whole, oh, don't do that thing.
Yeah. That
That
was
he
the
looked at his
catalyst.
watch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys didn't make that clear. Yeah. That was because it
Yeah,
was just
we're saying
checking.
that if you became famous, you
I
would,
would be that guy
You would
for
definitely
different
be
reasons.
that guy.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I don't think so. I don't think I like the idea. I don't think I like meeting new people enough to do that. Like I don't have, like I'm not the kind of person who's like seeking a lot of new friends.
So you'd want to keep our friendship around so you wouldn't have to put the work in to make new friends.
Well, why fix it if it is not broke?
Well, I think you just broke it with the watch thing a couple
You certainly did.
minutes ago. It feels broken now. First of all, you just got a friend. Realistically, I'm just a friend trying to start something, and you shoot down the stack and breaks thing every time I say it.
So you want
I'm just
something.
trying to.
You want one.
I'm just trying to get some footing behind it. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to hit the ground
could
running
not
with the stack
make
and
my
break
point
things.
clear. I did say that I support the proliferation of the usage of,
And then you checked your watch.
and then you checked your watch.
but I just didn't agree with selling it as a real thing already.
And then
Let
you
others-
put the volume up on the music.
You know
That's
what
Steve's
you know
thing.
what I'm trying to. You know what I'm remembering a little bit now. We were at Trisha Hirschberger's wedding,
Okay.
and it was a beautiful ceremony, by the way.
Let's cut to a clip.
Dude, that's your mucus pocus right there.
It was a beautiful ceremony. Trisha looked beautiful. Nate looked handsome. Ceremony's going on. Everyone's listening. It's great. It's beautiful. It's a short ceremony. You checked your watch. I remember you checked your watch during Trisha's wedding. Let's cut to a clip. What happens when you're not wearing a watch? You still look down at your wrist, hoping that your salvation is there, hoping your key to getting out of whatever you were doing is just right there.
Over to you.
Huh?
Over to you.
That's good, man. That's a good.
Why do you have a dog, Elliot? Is it so that you can
Just get
leave when you're done?
I
When you're
forgot my-
done with your
I
friends?
forgot to put my watch on. I have a dog. I have to go.
If we
take
could
care
have
of.
cut to a clip of what you do when you don't have your watch, it would be that exactly. You would do this. You'd look down at your wrist really quick and go, I have a dog. My dog.
Right. I
My
got a dog. I got a dog. I got it.
Oh.
I love dogs, but I can't have one.
How do you know
I can't have it.
you can't? Are you
No, I
allergic?
love them. No. It's just I am so busy. I would not be able to give it the time it deserves.
Sure.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm like going on right now, just taking Gilligan on walks like every day. These long walks to help him wear him out because I'm in and out all day.
Yeah.
And so he
Because
just
you
falls
got to make
asleep.
up for
He
it.
don't falls asleep. Yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah, you got to work them extra if you're not around.
Yeah.
What do you think he does when you're not there?
I think he sleeps most of the time, and I think he cries sometimes because he's got a little bit of separation.
Does
anxiety.
he? That's sweet and sad.
Hate
My
that.
favorite style of chicken.
I had a dog once, and bad separation anxiety, and she was a half husky, half Austrian Shepherd, and used to cry like a person.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Before she learned how to bark, she didn't learn how to bark until way later.
Dude, that's fucking terrifying.
And she was more attached to my roommate, John, because that's technically whose the dog was. He adopted her, and then he would leave to go to work, and she would go, oh!
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then I would come up and like try to pet her back, be like, Savvy, I'm here. I could feed you and stuff. Oh, like that. Didn't make me feel great. And then I had to train the dog. So I had to wait until it got less
you
sad
ever-
so I could tell it what to do.
So it took a little while before he trusted you.
She,
She trusted you.
yeah. She trusted me. She just liked John way better.
Was it
fine.
terrifying to hear a dog sound like a man?
First couple times.
Crying?
First couple times, yeah.
I don't think I like that at all.
No, it wasn't great. Wasn't great. But then we would have fun. Tennis balls and stuff. What's up, Elliot?
I just didn't know you guys didn't know about Don't Think Twice. Like, I thought you didn't.
What? I still
have
don't
to
know what you're
explain it.
talking about.
I was under the impression when I was laughing at what was going on that you guys had been doing a bit, that the watch bit was in fact inspired by Don't Think Twice.
Was there a
And
watch bit in Don't Think Twice?
There's a sort of like that kind of thing, that theme, that event happening. And so I said, hey, don't think twice. And then you've seen that movie.
Did you do all of this to explain
And then listen.
an awkward part?
Listen.
that
and
happened 10 minutes ago?
Then you laughed. And then...
Are you calling back
And
to
then-
something that a part of the show that wasn't
Yeah.
good?
Okay,
Yeah, I
now I
know.
want
To
everyone to...
remind everyone about that awkward, not good part.
I want everyone to pause and go back to that part now.
We'll give you the time code in the description so you can get back to that part. You brought it back to an awkward part we successfully got away from.
And then you
Brought
you
us
said...
right back. You dragged us
As I
into
recall.
hell again.
You then... I was under the impression because of what you had said in the laughter that I didn't.
Mike, do you know how
It's a
I'm
good
feeling
book.
right now?
I'm nervous.
You know how I'm feeling?
If I was to guess,
What is that anyway? That show you're talking about? Is it a show or a special?
Microbiculia.
It's a movie. I can't...
Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Netflix like original movie or something like that? Or is it like a movie that was in theaters?
I'm not doing it. Nope.
What do
I
you mean
don't-
you're not doing
I don't
it?
trust it.
I'm asking you.
I feel like this is a trust fall.
Do you
and you're
think
like,
we would set you
I'm
up?
not
Yeah,
setting
yeah,
you
for
up.
sure.
Why do you
I'm
think
seriously
that?
not setting you up.
Name a time where me and Steve have ever set you up for anything.
Yeah, that's a great point. I don't think I've ever
Let's
done
talk about that for the rest of the
I
podcast.
might have done it on
Yeah,
a SourceFed
that's
video
true.
or something as a joke. But I've never done that as a friend.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? Is that the robot?
Yeah.
Bad robot. You don't need to shut it.
oh,
What's this made out of, man? Is that wood?
I believe it's
yeah.
what do they call it?
heavy.
It might be resin.
I don't think that's accurate.
I really am serious. Was it in theaters?
nope.
I'm not. I swear. Don't. If you hadn't laughed, dude, I wouldn't have.
I know
I'm
it's my
serious.
fault for laughing.
I can find out later. Whatever.
Are you what? What'd you say?
But we
I
have
said it's my fault for laughing that you're in a place where you think your friends would set you up for something.
All right.
Yeah. That's not good comedy, I don't
No,
think.
for example, right now
To
we're
set
so
your
far
friend up
away
for something.
from anything that is funny that
That's
I'm
very
getting
true.
worried about the rest of the show.
Well, I feel good about it, but Mr. Chex's watch over here has me nervous about the episode.
Oh, good Sir Jackson's watch.
Sir Chex's watch.
That would be your name if you were a what is that restaurant? Medieval Times character. You're the White Knight, Sir Jackson's
Sir
watch.
Chex's watch
Chex's
was
watch.
in one of the Pink Panther movies. Like an old British detective.
Right. Do you remember those movies?
I think this is a great podcast. I think this is a great episode. I think I'm going to re-listen to this.
Good.
I'm listening to it right now in the car, probably, because that's where I listen to the podcasts.
Yeah,
Hi,
same.
Steve.
You said hi to yourself in the future?
Yeah. Hope you're smiling.
Are you going to wave to yourself in the future?
No, I just hope I'm smiling right now. And if you're not, I hope this inspires you to.
That's inappropriate. Good timing on that one. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Mike, say hi to me.
Hey, Steve.
Say something to me.
You look great today.
Summer whites, you, your friends, and your Johnson.
Elliot, was there anything you'd like to say to me while you have my attention?
You could suggest a good movie.
No, I'm driving because I'd like to write it down. Will you waste all of our listeners' time to make me feel good about myself? Do me now, Elliot. We were doing you for a while. Come on, give me one.
Wait, were you and me the whole time?
Yeah. What would you say to me right now while I'm listening to this? So that I can hear this later and feel okay about my friends.
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? All right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know we were back.
No, we've been back.
Always
I-
been here.
Yeah. No.
You got nothing, huh? All right. Well,
That's it.
we don't need to do guests on this show anymore.
No, that's it.
I really don't think you do.
No, we never really did, but it's fun.
It is.
I'm not opposed to it.
I had a good time. I thought, it would be great just to have some friends on.
Yeah, I think it's great when you have a great dynamic with your pals.
I didn't really
And
have
you get
any,
it on mic.
any big expectations. I thought maybe we'd be able to do the normal stuff. Just come on to the show, have a couple laughs, maybe start a new catchphrase that people could use should they make a bunch of people laugh.
I think that's a great idea. Just think be upfront about what it is.
And
You're on board now, but I have proof that you weren't.
Elliot's like his dog. You guys took him for a long run around the block, and now he's tired.
That's true.
Yeah, that's exactly accurate.
Owen said that Elliot is like our dog, and we took him for a really long walk
Like his
to
dog.
tire him out. But it's like Mike and I, our dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Elliot's the one who tires his dog out. with
Yes.
a long lap.
Well, I would assume they would understand the connection. I hope that they understand that something we were talking about earlier.
Oh man. Oh God. All right, man.
All right, I got it.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
Were you wanting to keep going for just...
Well, as you know, we have a segment at the end of our show.
Yeah.
Every time. It's called History Road.
Yeah.
And we choose a story from the History Road archives, which is dynamicbanter@gmail.com, where...
Okay. What's the difference between an archive and an email address? Yeah.
Well, your email address is the key to the archive.
Let's open it up.
You don't want to get stuck in the muck.
I found a... there was... There was a man named Bruce that I met at Comic-Con, and I had a nice dinner with my friend Brett Register, who you guys know,
Yeah.
who is a co-host on It Feels Like the First Time podcast. And Bree was there, and Brett Register's lovely wife, and Mason was there, Madison, and Ryan, Rhino Balls.
Did you say two different names?
Well, because his son's name is Mason,
Yeah.
but I like Madison better.
So you were taking it on yourself to give his kid a different name.
Yeah, I think he likes it. So it might stick. We might just change this kid's
Just be
name.
upfront about whether or not it's already there,
Well,
or if
he's
you're
a-
establishing it for the first time and we're starting some kind of like get people to say a thing.
Yeah.
As long as you're clear about it, then I am on board.
Yeah, I mean, he's 3, so
Right.
he only has 3 years of hearing that one name.
Yeah.
So if you
Well,
change
it's
it
just like
now,
any
it'll
human.
work out.
Yeah, and I support it. Just say,
Yeah.
Sounds like right off the bat, Elliot's for the whole name changing thing.
Yeah. So Ryan Rhino Balls was also there. We invited him to dinner with us.
Yeah.
And there was a waiter whose name is Bruce, and I didn't like him.
the intensity in your eyes is like, there's more coming.
Yeah, I didn't
But-
like him. He was telling really bad jokes.
Oh no, waiter jokes?
Yeah, but like snooty waiter jokes.
I'm gonna need several examples.
Well, that's the give. I don't quite remember. But I remember being very off-put by him. And, come on. You guys know me.
Yeah.
I'm not very, I don't get annoyed by much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty, I'll make fun of something, but it takes a lot for me to be,
You're rattled by it.
rattled and very distracted.
You don't remember because this happens so rarely. You don't remember anything.
Yeah,
this
I
dude
mean,
said
I
to you?
was just, it was during Comic-Con. I was working very hard, and I was very tired, and I needed to eat food out of necessity.
Yeah.
And then I was ready to, all I could think in my head is I had to go to bed right away to get up very early the next day. So I'm upset, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and here comes Bruce.
Hey, you.
And by the way, that wasn't his real name. You ready for this cute shit? It's Comic-Con, so the waiters in all the restaurants dress in fucking costumes. It's nice. It's a nice gesture, but it's like people that are kind of trivializing the nerd culture a little bit.
Sure.
Let's throw on a Superman costume.
A
and,
t-shirt
the
with a
kids
cape
will
on
love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The girls wear a Wonder Woman shirt.
Yeah.
Let's pander to the nerds. They'll come eat here if we're wearing a fucking Superman costume.
Like they're not going
Batman
to eat there
costume.
anyway because it's walking distance from the thing.
And they're starving.
You got to remember one thing.
This
dude
guy
said.
was dressed up like Batman. And he was calling himself Bruce. Because of Bruce Wayne.
Wait a minute. Go back.
His name
was Bruce.
Well-
He introduced himself as Bruce.
No, I got it. Never mind.
And that was one of his jokes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Bruce, I'll be your waiter tonight. And he comes back around and you're thinking, oh, he's dressed like Batman. Great. Nice work.
Yeah. But you see, I'm Batman in disguise because I got my glasses on. He's confusing
Yes.
all the superheroes and all their identities. I work at the paper. You know me, Batman.
I
Bruce.
honestly, if I'd given him time, he would have gone there.
All right.
He was also rude to Bree.
Oh, no.
That'll do
Bree
it.
asked a question that was a legitimate, I have a question for the person that's serving me.
Yeah.
This is their job. And he snarked back at her with a thing that he thought was a joke.
Uh-huh.
but he was actually just being a jerk. And
But it's just as if you're a waiter, you shouldn't say that to your customer.
Yeah, just answer the question.
Yeah, it was
I
very
think-
snooty. It was just one of those smart ass answers. I can't remember, but it was it upset me.
I think it's funny when you're it can happen to you over and over again, and you're like,
Yeah.
whatever. But then if it happens to Bree or somebody else, you're like,
Then you're like, nah, that's too much.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have the longest fuse on the planet.
Yeah.
And if I can be in an uncomfortable situation, then I can at least make a funny story about it later.
yeah.
I'm not one to complain. I'm not one to try to escape a strange situation. I take things that could potentially be uncomfortable to someone else and I eat it up.
Yeah.
I love it. But if it's bothering someone I love, then you got to intervene. You got to be
Yeah.
I don't like you
Yeah.
and not tip well.
Yeah.
So
Is that what you did? Sorry.
I'm sure of it.
Skipping ahead.
But my buddy,
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
yeah, sure, pal. What's your name again?
Listen, kid.
Let me tell you something about tipping.
Hey guys, sorry for the break, but we've got one more sponsor here, and we got to do these if you guys want to keep hearing these ridiculous podcasts. But I've got to talk a little bit about Casper, which is a brand of mattresses, and these mattresses are so comfortable, they're so awesome, and they're so affordable. It feels like the mattress industry is just forcing consumers to pay notoriously high markups on their damn mattresses, and it's not fair. So guess what? Casper is revolutionizing the mattress industry by cutting the cost of dealing with resellers and showrooms and passing that savings directly to the consumer. Guess what? That's you. Guys, an in-house team of engineers spent thousands of hours developing the Casper. It combines springy latex and supportive memory foams for a sleep surface that's it's got the right sink and just the right bounce. Plus, its breathable design sleeps cool to help you regulate your temperature through the night. Buying a Casper mattress is completely risk-free. Casper offers free delivery, free returns with a 100-night home trial. The Casper is an obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price. Time magazine named it one of the best inventions of 2015. So guys, there's free shipping and returns to the US. You can try Casper for 100 nights risk-free in your own home. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. If you want $50 towards any mattress purchased through Casper, you can go to casper.com/banter and use the code BANTER at checkout, and you got 50 bones towards a mattress. That's so good. Sleep well, treat yourself well, sleep on a nice mattress, will ya? It's a good deal. All right, back to the show. So anyway, Ryan, who was there that night, he wrote a History Road.
Oh, that's great.
And it's called Bruce.
All right.
All right.
Long intro.
So, I like build-ups. Bruce. Hello. My name is Bruce. I will be your waiter. Get it? Bruce? Like Bruce Wayne? Like Batman? I'm wearing a Batman costume. Well, not a costume, but like the cape and the t-shirt. This was the official introduction to a man with so little sense of humor, it caused physical pain to those listening when he tried to tell a joke. It made people who really hate no one hate someone for the first time. This was Bruce. It was Saturday evening. I have to adjust the book sometimes. Elliot's checking his phone. Elliot's checking his phone.
Guys, I gotta go.
I feel like you would have gotten up and left already. I don't know what's keeping you here. It was a Saturday evening at San Diego Comic-Con. We were at a small bar / Mexican restaurant in the heart of the Gaslamp district with no air conditioning. I was seated in the corner of our table. Brett was to my left, Bree and Brett's wife Jamie were across from me, and most importantly, Steve was at the opposite corner across from me, next to Jamie. Steve was the closest to Bruce every time Bruce showed up. Steve had a big-ass, soggy quesadilla that looked like a pizza from my vantage point. I didn't learn it was a quesadilla until much later in the evening. I'm a very quiet and observant person. I like to sit back and try to find humor in things that otherwise might not be funny. Every once in a while, I'll come in with a joke and nail it. The point is, I could see the life exit Steve's body every time Bruce showed up. It's as if his soul emptied and slowly refilled throughout the night, only to be emptied fully again by Bruce. Bruce was a soul emptier. Bruce, how's your meal going, sir? Can I manage to grab you some more water? I used my grappling hook, but I left it back at my bat cave. Bruce walked away. Steve sighed audibly. I'd never seen Steve so annoyed and so frustrated before. I felt his frustration with Bruce, but I was as bad as it sounds. Enjoying these encounters. It's not that I enjoyed seeing Steve annoyed. I just knew what he was going through and saw the humor and how much he hated this man more than we should have. Bruce, are you guys enjoying your meal? Alfred used to bring me my meals. Steve, do you want me to die? Okay, he didn't say that, but I heard it at the time. Bruce walked away. Steve finally couldn't take it anymore. Steve, I hate it. I hate it. I can't. He's just not funny at all. Is it bad that I hate him? Bree, chuckling. He's trying his best, Steve. Ryan, we should call the manager and complain. Bruce, sorry, forgot my batarang. Steve grabbed a fork and jammed it into Bruce's jugular vein. Blood immediately gushed out like the water at the top of an overflowing toilet. Bruce grasped his throat, gasping for air. Bruce slipped in his own blood and fell into the fetal position on the ground. A crowd formed around him. Steve stood, staring blankly. He dropped the fork and dropped to his knees. Brett, holy shit, dude! Bree, oh my god, Steve! Why did you do that? What the fuck? Jamie, someone call 911! Ryan, finally. Fuck. Bruce, it's like in The Dark Knight Rises when Bane broke Batman's back and he was on the ground in pain. Can I climb out of the Lazarus pit and get you guys your check? Ha! Steve grabbed the fork again and jammed it into his own neck several times. He then collapsed to the floor next to Bruce. Both took their last breaths simultaneously. Brett, you know those street tacos were definitely better the first time we came here. That's it. Nice work, Ryan.
Great.
That was hysterical. Really
Well,
good arc.
It was a journey, and now it's too late, and this
Yeah.
needs to end.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much for listening. Oh shit! I think we need to do a spot on this one. Shit!
What was it?
I'll figure it out,
All right.
and I'll record it.
All right.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys want to send us some history roads, use the email address dynamicbanter@gmail.com. You can also hit us up on the twoots at dynamicbanter. And that's all she wrote.
That's it.
Mike, I'm glad you're back, baby.
It's good to be back.
I'm
I feel
excited.
like they keep getting weirder. That's it.
Well, I hope it doesn't keep being this weird.
It'll waver.
It makes me feel
And you
good.
know what?
Thank you.
If it does, though, I think maybe that's just where it's going, man.
I can't believe you said that with him right here. You know?
Yeah. I
I'm
was
sick of
trying
hearing
to-
this robot.
I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy.
Elliot, thanks for being our guest.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for coming.
Did
Is
you
there
have a good
anything
time?
you want to plug? Any other people's movies?
Mike Birbiglia's Don't Think Twice to film.
Never heard of it.
That's that movie where he checks his watch.
Starring checks as well.
All right. Well, Elliot, thanks for being here, man. It was really fun to have you. For reals.
Thanks, man.
Would you
Really
come
nice.
back?
Where are you appearing next?
What? Where am I appearing next?
I'm just
Yeah,
trying
where
to
can
think
people
of
see you?
things that
Can they
people
see
say
you
at the
doing
end.
any comedy stuff or?
Mike Falzone and Andrew Dumbin and Elliot Moore will be performing at the Formosa Cafe on Friday, 7:30 p.m.
Is that this Friday?
When does this go up?
This goes up on Friday.
Yeah,
So today, I think.
tonight
Tonight.
we'll be
Tonight.
At what time?
there.
7:30 p.m.
Is that a ticket situation or
There are
Shut
tickets.
up.
just go to the Formosa Cafe?
Usually good. Yeah.
Is that an online situation? Like you'd prefer?
No,
it'd
it's
be
a real
best
place.
to buy that online. Or,
You go. You talk. You listen.
but is it like? Would you prefer people buy tickets online or do they do
No.
it at the door?
At the door is fine.
Just come to the.
How much are those tickets?
Like $10.
That's not bad.
No drink minimum.
Well, shit, you might see your boy there.
And no laugh maximum.
Any you guys gonna be stacking some
Stacking the
We're gonna
breaks.
try to stack.
stacking some breaks? You gonna be stacking, Elliot?
I'm on
Elliot
board.
said it
All I'm
naturally.
saying, been on board.
I'm
the whole
over it.
time.
Wow, you're on board with it now. So,
I'm kind of over it. I don't know if I'm gonna say it anymore.
all right. What's your Twitter name, Elliot?
Elliot C. Morgan.
That's cool.
What's yours, Steve?
There's 2 T's in that, Elliot, too, by the way, right?
There is.
Who cares about mine? At real Donald Trump.
Lowercase r on real.
Did you see
No,
that?
it's REEL. That's my rapper name. Real Donald Trump.
All right.
I'm a movie maniac Donald Trump impersonator.
Uh,
Real.
My rap name is Kimmy Scribbler.
Kimmy Scribbler. That's so good.
Yeah, because everybody says.
I'm sorry?
Nah, everybody says DJ Tanner,
Yeah.
so I wanted to be the sidekick.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a name, a DJ's name as well.
Okay.
It's Eric.
DJ name is Eric.
Just Eric.
Okay. Any weird spelling or?
No. It's the one you know. No, I really do. It's my DJ name is MC17.
I liked Eric a lot.
All right, well, I'll stick with Eric. Elliot, you got one?
No.
You don't even have a fake one?
I don't remember.
DJ
I
checks
did-
his watch.
And his phone. Checks his watch and his phone.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys, for listening,
Thank you.
and we'll hear you all about it next time.
That was a headgum podcast.